Welcome back to another episode of These Two Girls podcast with your host,
Candy
and Cheyenne. Wow.
You see how I try to do that this time?
I like that effort.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But I mean, I feel like last time we said we would have just let it would just be the thing, you know? But it's okay, whatever.
We did?
Yeah, like I'm not even going to comment on it anymore when you do the gap. I'm just going to continue to laugh.
So, here we are, and it was good. So, moving right along.
It is August. We are, 8 months into 2020.
Wow.
Which means majority of the year has gone by.
Right.
I was having a conversation today, and somebody was saying, we were trying to remember when some party was that we went to, and it was last year, and everybody was like, no, it wasn't last year. It felt like it was like 2 years ago. And that's how long 2020 has been. Yeah.
But you know what 8 months in means?
4 months left?
No, it means we're closer to my birthday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, it means we're closer to my birthday, guys. So just a heads up. Mm-hmm. My birthday is in November. Mm-hmm. November 21st to be exact. Mm-hmm. I am a Scorpio. Mm-hmm. We do things big.
Oh.
They say we're similar to the Leos because the Leos kind of go like all out. They're a bit extra. So they said we're like sort of related to the Leos.
Okay.
But whatever. I don't care about the Leos.
Okay.
We're talking about the Scorpios. And that would be me. So yes, guys. Mm-hmm. November 21st. I'm trying to do a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? I'm making extra noise on the table.
Yeah.
It's rocking.
No, just it's gonna pick up when you
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you guys have any ideas, funny enough, people have been sending me ideas, but you know what? Y'all think y'all slick. People are only sending me ideas because they want to do those things and they know they're going to be invited and they don't want to plan it themselves. Y'all think y'all slick. I know. Tell me, Cheyenne, you know people do those kind of things?
I know people did those kind of things.
People do those kind of things.
Thanks for the idea.
People will see things and like it and want it to be done. And they're like, which idiot can I get to plan something like this? Who would take on a project like this?
Talk.
Okay.
Which idiot? Like, it's just,
fine.
Who do I know that's a great event planner that can do this?
Whatever.
This done.
Yes,
that's what it's really.
That's what they're thinking. That's fine. Mm-hmm. And so they put it off of me. Hey, Candy, this would be such a cool idea for your birthday. And I'm like, yeah, okay. You're right, though. You're right. But I'll save it. I'll save it. So someone did send me something today, which I love. And funny, I actually spoke to you about it. Mm-hmm. I think it must have been last week or the week before. I don't want to give out the details because I don't want anybody to steal my idea. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But the person that sent it to me today, I was like, I was thinking of doing something like this, but I wasn't thinking about it for my birthday. I was just thinking about it as just something to do, mm-hmm. right? So I will probably still proceed with doing it as just a thing to do with the homies. But for, birthday. But we're not going to talk about birthday now. Anyways, I was just saying 8 months in the year means that we're closer to November, the 11th month. So that's all I was trying to say. So
yeah, I mean,
Zelle me, Cash App,
oh man,
PayPal. I had PayPal also.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was last year that you did that event thing too, that fundraiser for your birthday.
I did, and that was that worked really good. You guys really helped with making the Lights On Girls conference work. I can't believe we're not doing a conference for...
You gonna plan a Zoom one?
I may have to.
You should. That's literally what you have to do.
But I see some people using really cool platforms for conference now. I really need to do more research because I saw like even Sheila for her thing, she didn't use a Zoom platform, but I like the platform that she used. Mm-hmm. But I also saw where VU Church, they had their VU conference, but they used a Zoom platform, but it was done really, really well. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just some research and some.
I think you should set it that you're gonna have some kind of virtual conference. You don't know what platform you're gonna use yet, But I think you should get started on planning that. And there's no reason for whatever is happening to stop the show.
You're absolutely
Everybody
right.
is converting over to virtual right now.
Look at that. Honestly, guys, I was not thinking of doing a Light Song Girls conference for next year.
No, man.
I think I may just do that.
Because you've been doing so well with it for the past couple of years. I mean, you don't want to lose momentum at this point.
You're absolutely right. All right, thanks, Shai. Look at us doing our little podcasting, planning, and stuff. See, guys, this is what friends
are for. This is what
happens
when you bounce things off other people.
Look at that.
Yeah,
guys.
And as usual, I'm always willing to help. I'd like to be a part of the Light Song Girls team.
You are. You're part of the audio.
The media.
The media, right? Yeah, right. Give yourself some credit. Guys, the last or first YouTube video for Light Song Girls was edited and put together by Cheyenne. You know what I'm saying? Then wasn't that your first video?
Yeah, it was. We worked on it together and it came out pretty well. Mm-hmm. Didn't know we could.
I thought she was just gonna slide her laptop over and be like, "Okay, Candy, figure it out." But she sat there with me and did it together.
You know what that is? Happy. You know what that is? I have a micromanaging problem. Yeah. And I'm trying to learn how to not micromanage other people's stuff. So
I didn't notice that about you.
It's not that I feel like if I don't do it, it's not done well, but it's almost like I kind of feel like if I don't do it, it's not done well. Not, I trust you. You do a lot of things well, but I guess in that moment, I kind of figured it was gonna be easier because you're not familiar with this type of computer.
I'm not.
And so I just figured what am I gonna do? Sit over here and try to study, and you're gonna be asking me every second about something?
That is
true. Know what I mean?
That is exactly what would be happening.
So it's whatever. But yeah, I do have a micromanaging thing, and I try not to do that. But not always, but a lot of the times when I rein it in and I decide not to micromanage, stuff goes wrong, and my time gets wasted. And I'm like, if I had just said, "Hey, why don't you do it like this?" and then we would have saved a lot of time. Because inefficiency is one of my biggest pet peeves.
Learning something new about Shy. Guys, I feel like this summer, I've learned a lot more about Shine. Oh. Listen, COVID, I will honestly sit here and say that COVID has changed some of us. Mm-hmm. I will say that. I definitely will. That one of those quotes that say, check on the strong friend or whatever. I realized during this season, I'm not a strong friend. I'm not. I felt like pre-COVID, I probably was, but now COVID, I'm not the strong friend.
Okay.
So even here now, sharing something. Shine's been very interesting this summer. I feel like I like this Shine, right? And I don't know how much she wants me to say, but I just feel like she's a bit more open and she's a bit softer. She's a bit warmer. You know what I'm saying? She has emotions, because I don't know if you guys have listened to previous episodes. I always say that Shine is cold, right? I call her ice cold, right? Cause she's a tough cookie, right? She's a tough cookie. She has all the advice with relationship and whatever and stuff, whatever, Shine got it, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna play her, you know what I'm saying? She got this, you know what I'm saying? She'll go bounce back, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, relationship what? I'm a G, That's what but this season I've realized that Shine has a heart, y'all. She has a heart. Her eyes do get wet, guys.
Whoa.
Her eyes get wet.
Okay.
TMI.
I'm kidding.
Guys, okay? And I'm gonna just say all that. I'm gonna just say that.
My tear ducts work, okay?
They work, guys. They work. Shine is not all that of a G that she.
Okay, hold on. Don't discredit my G-ness though.
Okay, she still got some G-ness there.
Hold on.
But I know that she's human. She's not a robot. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I've always been trying to tell you that though.
I just didn't believe it, but now I've seen it for myself, and so I know. And then guys, and she came to me for advice, I don't have relationship advice,
happening
guys.
right now?
Like me, Candy, like I always be like, go to Tony, or like go to one of those other people. Like go to like Jillian, or go to like, you know what I'm saying? Don't come to me like what I'm gonna tell you. Like I'm gonna tell you something I read off a meme on social media. You know, I'm gonna send you a meme, right?
But don't discredit yourself, because in this case, you were very crucial.
Yo, I'm dusting my shoulders all real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know,
in this case, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Candy came through for
Candy was definitely, solid. Solid.
Tell them again. Say it again. Say it.
Candy was definitely solid on the advice. I'm not even gonna lie. That's, yeah.
I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my dad. I want to thank my sisters for always being there for. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, this COVID-19 has been an interesting learning experience, learning about myself, learning about the people around me. Yeah, it's been interesting.
I'm honest. I mean, I'm tired of saying it, but I'm really kind of over it. Like, I'm really over. Not just, like, honestly, I don't necessarily have to go anywhere right now, right? I don't really need the brunch spots. Like, it's not a necessity. I would go if it was safe. But I just wish that, more, like, we could do more things where everybody wasn't afraid. Like, if we could do more gatherings at home and not have to be afraid, then I would be good with things like that. I don't necessarily want to go out to these restaurants and things like that. But still, when you try to gather at home, there's still some risk to that. And I wish we could comfortably do that, like, in bigger settings.
Right. Because I feel like I've gotten comfortable with the people that I'm with all the time. Like I feel like Shine and I and a couple of our other friends, well, like, mainly one, but we go to the beach all the time. And I think that same circle, we're good with that. Even the other day I was trying to branch out and plan something, because I think I kind of forgot that people are still scared. So I was trying to plan something the other day, and then someone responded saying that they weren't comfortable. I'm like, oh yeah, right. It's still like people still not comfortable.
Kids,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I still have to keep that in mind, because I'm ready right now to say, okay, wear your mask, carry disinfectant wipes, your spray, your hand sanitizer, and let's do something, right? Like, I feel like we're at the point where that's what we're doing, and not letting it stop us, like I'm going to hotels and I'm trying to do things, but I feel like we just need to walk with a bag of sprays and stuff at this point.
But my thing too, I was saying to like some of my family members, is that our circle is kind of big, right? You try to be safe, and everybody, is staying home. Those who have to work are working. But a few of us from each little family group have to interact, right? Because of my grandfather. They're always coming in contact with each other. So in essence, if somebody did have something, it would be within this circle already anyway. So it's like, why we can't avoid that interaction that has to happen. Right? So then what does it even matter at this point whether we gather or not as a family? Because the contact, if you were to contact trace within us, it would be like that. It's not something that can totally be avoided. So even though everybody in the different family units are not gathering together, somebody from each one has to gather at some point. And it's still, so if there's something from anywhere, it's gonna move. You know what I mean?
Is the gathering number still no more than 10? Is that still?
I don't follow the news, girl. I don't know what they say.
I'm just
can't.
I'm just asking for people that's trying to do
like in Miami, there's still a 10 o'clock curfew. We
still have one too. I don't think it's been lifted.
No, it was lifted like 2 Mondays ago. Yeah.
Okay.
It was lifted. It was only on for about a week or two. From when it started.
No, it was still from spring. We had a curfew from spring all the way.
It was lifted, and then there was a curfew again when the Black Lives Matter and the riots there was a curfew that time, and then it was lifted again. Okay. And then when the numbers started to spike, right around 4th of July, there was a curfew again.
Oh, okay.
And then that got lifted, but Miami hasn't lifted theirs since.
Well, I can see why Miami's a hot spot, right? It's still the hot spot.
On the beach and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, when we go to the beach here though, when we drive past little restaurant areas, it's like a normal day. There's so many people out there. And I mean, I think people are wearing masks when they're walking, but like inside the restaurant, I don't understand the restaurant idea with the mask. I'm like, that's why I'm not going to go sit down in a restaurant and eat at this point. Because what am I, I'm not going to be keeping on a mask. Other people are not wearing a mask. We're still in here together. Like, I'd rather
But you're also social distance. Like, you're right. They're like, the utensils have changed. What we're using have changed. The paper menus are now in place. We're like tables apart. We're using paper cups and stuff is no longer glass. I mean,
I get it.
They've changed all of that. But,
But like I said, I don't need to be in a restaurant.
Right.
I can go order takeout. If we can order takeout and come here and hang out, that's good enough for me.
Right. Well, like even Miami Spice, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Miami Spice and Fort Lauderdale Spice is when they have where certain restaurants, mainly the popular restaurants, they have a pre-selected menu from either $35 or $45 where you get appetizer, main course, and dessert for that price, right? And they're still doing it, but now you can get it to go. So check that out also, guys, because it's a really nice deal. And it wasn't takeout before, right? Like before you couldn't get to participate in Miami Spice or Fort Lauderdale Spice as a to-go option. And now you can. So, if you're looking for something to do, date night, or you're doing something fancy, you can order one of those to-go options from Miami Spice or Fort Lauderdale Spice.
I feel like we're just having to get creative.
Yeah.
Like we've been saying, but whatever. Over it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm over it. I feel like this has been a learning period. Like I feel like things about myself and just things that I thought that I needed, things that I needed to do, things that, I just feel like it's just a bit different now. Like I thought that I needed to be doing certain things to just be, and I feel like now I'm starting to rebrand myself, like starting to readjust and just kind of like move differently.
I mean, you wanted to talk about me earlier. You've revealed other sides of yourself.
Listen, listen, baby.
And that's okay. I'm loving it.
This Candy, don't play me, y'all, because I'm telling you,
try me if you want.
Try me if you want to. This ain't the same Candy you knew 2019. Okay, baby, this is not. You will not. No boy, no girl can. Let me start. Okay. I'm doing the most right now. That's still the same. That hasn't changed. I'm still the most. Okay, whatever. I still can't get that out of my system, no matter how hard I try. Like, there's still no. I remember somebody was telling me, Candy, like you're all the way right or all the way left. Like you can't find them in between. I think it was my cousin. She saw me because I'm trying to work out, y'all. I'm trying to build my stamina. Don't ask me why. That's a whole nother conversation. That's like lights off. That's these girls after dark. But I'm trying to, trying to build my energy levels, right? I want to stay awake. I want to do things. I want to, focus. Right? It's not just after dark stuff. We don't gotta get nasty. But she saw me like. I did walking, and then afterwards I jumped on the bicycle, and she's like, Candy, like you're so dedicated, you're so committed. I'm like, girl, I'm just all the way right. Like I don't have any middle ground. Like I don't know how I just did a 60-minute walk and then now I'm doing 30-minute bicycle ride. Like, girl, I'm just doing the most. I just can't help it. So, that's still the same, guys. That's still the same. And we have Miss Shine over here.
What?
Doing her thing,
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so, well, I guess speaking of, like, we were talking about the virtual conferences and stuff earlier, right? I don't know if our listeners are familiar with Dana Chanel, is that her name?
That is her name.
And her husband, what is his name? He's the one that we posted the video of him talking about the friends with
Prince Donnell.
Right, the people like having friends of the opposite sex as a man and whatever, right? When you're married,
you can look them up.
Yeah, so they are like a couple, popular, social media famous couple, and they have several types of businesses. I think he does the tax something,
tax something.
She does some other type of what is it?
She does Sprinkle of Jesus, where it's an app where you get like inspirational, encouraging, religious stuff, reminders, every day. She also has another platform, Curl Bible. Where it sells products, hair products, makeup, whatever, sold on Curl Bible. And then she also has Alkazan apps, where if you want an app created, you can do it through them and they'll create the app for you. And I don't know what else they have. That's the four I know that they have: Jumping Tags, Alkazan apps, Curl Bible, and Sprinkle of Jesus.
Well, I mean, first of all, I had seen the husband with that from that same video that we shared, and then when I finally was introduced to her platforms, I don't know. Immediately, I was just like, I don't know, something about her. I just didn't really she didn't draw me into whatever she was saying. And I think also her voice was kind of annoying for me.
Okay.
So I definitely just didn't like gravitate to that. But so recently the social medias are talking and calling them scammers. And there's, of course, when black people feel like other black people have done them dirty, it has to be, it's like, how can you do this to your own people? And I think even with Dana Chanel, it was coming from a religious side too, Christian type of content that she had, and a lot of people were just like speaking out against it, saying that they didn't get things that they paid for, or I don't know, like them not responding to emails when things fell through, and all this stuff was going on. They even have. Well, you sent me a whole page dedicated.
Right. So I saw when, I think it was Shine that brought it to my attention first, where someone, and I remember when she was having certain workshops where she was traveling around the U.S. and she was doing it with only small groups, but you could meet with her and she would share, tips, background info, whatever. Information. And I remember she was her time to be in Florida, I think she was going to be in Miami, was January. Anyway, of course COVID happened, so she didn't get to go to all the places she was supposed to go to. And then when I found out the price, because I remember one of my friends wanted to go, she's like, Kenny, let's go. And then we saw the price, which I think was like $3,000 or something like that. It was a lot of money. I don't quote me on the amount, but it was a lot of money. I'm like, girl, I'm not paying all of that money to sit down and hear her tell me the same stuff you can probably research on social media or on Google. Anyway, so I saw where one of the girls was saying that she paid for her money for one of these events, and she didn't hear from them, in terms of her refund. And then found out that they were going to do it virtually, for the same amount of money, right? And she was just like,
For
no,
$3,000?
for that much money, and we're gonna do this virtual over Zoom.
Right,
Like,
you're
I
no
don't.
longer paying for a space. You're no
Right,
longer paying
right.
for like maybe catered food or
Right,
something.
right,
Like,
right, exactly.
What is that about?
Why do I still have to pay that much money? First off, honey, for you to have that much money to fork out to pay this woman, like, Lord bless your heart. Like, no. So that was one of the things that caught me off guard. But then, so I mean, I saw it, I read it, I was like, okay, that's just probably just one person. But then I was going through this Instagram page, and they were just sharing like a lot of stuff that was coming to light. There were documents to the courts. And then one of the things that caught my attention was when they were saying something about the apps. Like, where are the apps that you have worked on? Where are they? Like, can we see them? Can someone share?
So people who paid for these apps to be made have not.
Right. And that was the part that got me. Like, we haven't seen these apps. Like, I don't see anybody with these apps saying, hey, this was an app created by Alakazam apps. Like, you don't haven't seen it. You haven't seen any reposts of somebody's app. Like, where are the apps to show that you designed this app and this app exists? So that was what got me. Like, I wasn't jumping on the bandwagon. I wasn't with it because they've shown proof of everything. Like, I've seen the people open the jumping tax stores. I've seen people purchasing the Curl Bible stuff. I've seen the Sprinkle of Jesus. Like, I remember even years ago, when I first got introduced to Dana Chanel, was when I went to a Winter Jam concert and I saw her on stage talking about Sprinkle of Jesus.
Oh, really?
Yes, years ago. Before
that
long ago. Yes. And that was when I first saw her, and she, this little tiny girl on stage encouraging us to download the Sprinkle of Jesus app and whatever. So that was when I first got introduced to her. But I still didn't even pay attention to her from then. I think it was when she got married to Prince Anna, and I just love their story because I love a story like that, like a man and a woman coming together and coming like boss. Like, I love those stories. But the whole app thing, that was a click. Like, I haven't seen any proof of any apps.
I have a few thoughts, like, with things like this, right? Like, one thing that just came to my mind is, like, one, well, let's back up. Why are people paying so much for these things, right? So I just went to look, I didn't find hers, but even just, like, Sheila Marie's unruly, curly, right, retreat. Now, mind you, okay, it costs $2,000 and odd, right? You're gonna it covers your flight, it covers your hotel stay, and then what else was in there? And then no, see, I'm lying. It does not cover your flight. It does not cover any excursions because they were supposed to go to Mexico this year.
Okay.
It didn't cover flight. It didn't cover excursions. It didn't cover any off-site meals. So I guess it's an all-inclusive resort. So then food and drinks would be included. And so some of those all-inclusive resorts are kind of costly. Like, I remember I was supposed to go to a wedding in Jamaica, and the all-inclusive resort for the time that I would have stayed 4 or 5 days was gonna run me about $1,700, right? So and especially if it's a nice resort, fine. But it's like, what are y'all paying for to go to these retreats? Like, we went to a retreat, right, earlier this year, and it was small scale, but, like, I felt like I benefited so much from that 2 little days that we were there in Atlanta. Did you spend more than $500 for the entire weekend? Maybe if you had to fly in, but I don't know. I'm like you were saying, the content that they're selling on these things just really feels recycled. The same motivational talks, the same, self-awareness stuff, the black girl magic, the confidence, the whatever. What?
See, so I hear what you're saying, right? And I do think some of the numbers can be kind of wild, right? I will agree on that. My thing is when I just was trying to remember one of them Jamaican quotes about the something calling the next person the whatever.
The pot calling the kettle black.
Right. My thing is when these same social media people come for the next person. Like I saw some people coming for Dana in regards to her content and she being a scammer. And this is not to take up for Dana, right? My thing is the person that was calling her the scammer is not too far from being called a scammer also.
Yeah.
Right? Like you guys are selling the same content, the same healing, the same being a better person.
The other persons might not be like Christian based, but it's the same.
But they're still spiritual based.
Right.
You're still promoting manifesting faith. You're still promoting self-care and self-centering and healing. You're still promoting the same type of content, right? And you're still selling it for a guap. Right? So why can you call her out? And you can be called out too.
And you should be careful, right? Because it only takes one mishap for your thing to go south.
Right.
Because that brings me to my second thought is, especially when you're just saying now that you saw her from so far back at Winter Jam, is that, these people really probably don't start out intending to be scammers, right? I think they start out with like genuine intentions and, also goals of turning whatever their passion or whatever is into income, right? So everybody's trying to make money in this life and trying to live comfortably and whatever. So, she probably started out with genuine intentions, selling her product or service, and then over time something may have gone wrong and she can't keep up with demand or whatever the case might have been,
right?
Or sometimes people can get wrapped up in the lifestyle and the money that they're making and they lose sight of where they started and what their intentions were, and now it's like, no, but this big house that I live in right now
has to be paid.
This money needs to be paid.
This car needs to be paid.
I make sure I put it in the fine print that this is your problem if you want to take a chance on this. I've built a following, whatever, and then next thing you know, you're a scammer.
You're a scammer. Yeah. So exactly. So I mean. Right, I don't think she started out with that. Right, I still don't even know the details to what happened because things happen. Your lawyer may have messed up, or your employee may have messed up. It's kind of even what they were saying about Kamala Harris and even some of her cases. Like she would did over it, but she had different people.
She's not trying every case.
She's not trying every case, right? So and again, I'm not sticking up for Dana. I'm just saying, all in all, like. Sometimes we don't know all the details, right? And then for you to call the next person out, because you said starting out good, right? We have all of these social media people selling these health products, these lipsticks, these washes, these whatever, right? And it starts out vegan based and it starts out
all natural,
right? We're doing this from our kitchen. We're picking the stuff from our backyard. Like right now, I have shots that I take every day, right? This stuff grows in my backyard. Soursop leaf, moringa, mint, all of those things. They grow in my backyard. So I can handle that. That's for me. That's for me in my house. We good. But now what happens when
you try to put a label on it?
Trying to put a label on it now, and everybody wants it. Moringa not growing that fast in your background. You picked all the soursop leaves, right? Like. What happens now? Now you're trying to find a vendor to sell you this stuff. where's it coming from now? China is sending you whatever that.
Bro, that's always, that's always been,
because that's where you go. They're going to China now because China is selling you the cheapest and whatever you want. So now your moringa is coming from China. You're grounded, right?
Yeah, now you're not using real soursop leaf. You're using the
powdered soursop.
The powder from GNC or wherever you order it from.
Right, exactly.
You're using opening the capsules or something and pouring it into whatever.
Exactly.
And now I'm still endorsing or buying your thing and thinking that it's natural because I want to support Black people.
So do we call you a scammer? Right? Do we call you a scammer because you're trying to meet the demands of your
that stuff scares me though. Let's take a second. Like, that stuff really scares me. Like, I do continue to buy from certain people and different things, but it always in the back of my mind I have a question, and I'm glad that I'm not seeing any adverse effects on my skin or in my body that I'm noticing right away. At least. But I wonder about stuff like that. There's no regulation for things like that, right? You don't have to be regulated, and you don't have to quote me on the real policies, but you really don't get regulated until you're trying to get yourself into certain parts of the market, right? If you're going to try to get your thing on Target's shelf, they're going to want to see some kind of regulation, like approval, FDA, maybe, whatever, right? And I'm sure the
they're
FDA...
not even. Some of those things are not even...
a lot of things are not FDA approved, right? And I don't know much about the FDA. I'm sure they have their own little corruption in there where they're just signing off on things that ain't even supposed to hit the shelf or whatever. But I don't know. Like, I question a lot of this stuff because all of a sudden, a lot of people are able to be putting out such a bulk of products for you. And I'm happy that they can have a business, but I'm just like, in the back of my mind, like, where are you getting this stuff from? That's all the time.
And another thing to even consider too is, I remember I learned it in this class, even when you think of like the clothes, right? Like, everyone is selling the same. Like, we all have this one shirt, right? And you can just put your own label on it. So here's this white T-shirt. Shine gets the same white T-shirt, and Shine puts her brand on there. I get the same white T-shirt, and I put Candy's brand on there, right? And that's another thing. Like, all of these people are getting the same product, the same exact product. And just adding their name to it.
Right. So then I'm like...
So it isn't them in their warehouse making it or in their whatever. Right. You're getting this bulk item.
Because I thought about that, right? And I'm not going to drop any names, right? For purposes. But I saw one product I was supporting that seemed like the only one of its kind at the time. And then maybe like a year later, I see promotion for another similar product looking the same way in the same type of packaging and with a different company logo on it, claiming the same types of things, and so that's when I really started to be like, hold on, what is happening here? Right. And I want to support all the small businesses, especially the Black businesses. And you might say, oh, do you question Colgate about where they get their
Which
things?
Is true.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's legit. You're absolutely right. I don't question Colgate. I don't question
your food. You don't question.
You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But this is a new thing, and now I'm trying to make sure that what I'm doing is legit. So I just have these questions. Like, I feel like if we're trying to say that you're a small business and you want me to switch from what I know to yours, I think you should provide me with a little bit more of assurance, so I can know. Yeah, I feel like so I know why it is that I should make the switch from something that is known to something that is unknown.
But don't you think that they do give you why you should switch?
Yes, but I'm saying
because like they've told you all natural. Like what more do you need to know after all?
I'm
natural?
just saying then it doesn't add up to all natural when you see Colgate isn't telling me that they're making an all natural toothpaste, right? But if you're telling me that you're making an all natural toothpaste, and at one point I used to see you pushing the toothpaste into the tube, and then another time now you have like lots of orders. And it's a warehouse situation. Now I have to wonder, am I still getting the same natural product that I switched for?
So how would you suggest now that you want them to know?
Right. I should just shut up because I don't know what to tell y'all to do. It's tricky. And I would love to hear another perspective on this. This might be, colonized mentality thinking that I'm having right now, right? I might need to open up my mind a little bit, but that's just how I'm thinking right now.
And I don't mind, and we don't mind learning more about this, but it's something that we're curious about. One, two, I really don't like when I see people in the same markets really coming for each other because you guys are selling the same thing. Like, I realize that a lot of times with people that travel often too, will know where they can get these stuff. Like you probably went overseas to, I don't know, China, let's see, right? And you were walking around shopping and you were like,
you can buy all of this.
I can buy all of this for cheap. Let me get your card. Let me do business with you. Right. That's all those vendor lists that these people are providing that you can buy for $100 with all of these vendors. Right. Go to LA. You take a trip to LA for a week and research vendors over there. Right. That's where people get a lot of their vendors too in over there. So some people, yes, they're privy to more information and see a lot more of these vendors, but to what you're saying, for me, I will say that even though I didn't take to Dana Chanel and I didn't I don't have any specific reason for not liking her. I just really just didn't take to her, right? But I don't know. I feel very weird about the bashing. I kind of feel weird about the large scale bashing of this person. Like, I don't know. I feel like people have really, like, unless maybe I don't understand the magnitude of the quote unquote scamming that's occurring. Yeah. But when you sent me that whole page, I was like, okay, this is overkill. This is serious.
This is a lot.
Did you see even the reference to her being gay?
Yes. I'm like, so why are we now going into her personal life? Right? I mean, I guess that's a shot at the whole Christian thing too, right?
I don't know.
Right? And then, I guess that's a shot at her credibility, right? Because if she's...
But it's just so scary to know that
you sad and scary.
You can build all of this, right? You can change your whole life, right? Suppose that was her past, right? Like, I'm not even that anymore. I've met a man and he's the best thing ever, and we're expecting a child, and everything, your whole past comes back to just smack you right in the face, right?
Like, if she bounced back from this. Because we're talking about what, Shade Room picked this up?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shade Room out here talking about you, sis?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But it doesn't seem like they flinched, though. I've been following their pages.
They're still posting like regular?
Still posting like regular. Ain't nothing changed. I know I did see where they said that, like, the dad is inactive on there and the husband isn't posting as much anymore, the sister, but yeah, she's still posting. We still see updates on the pregnancy and on her hair, how it's doing with this product. And then they had that new perfume, the co-founders one that came out. Did you see that? Yeah, it's his and her perfume line that they put out. But whatever. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't have all the background information. I never use any of their products. I haven't been on Curl By, but I don't have the Sprinkle of Jesus app.
But this is the problem with social media, right? And this is the thing that you have to be, people just have to realize the age that we're living in. You really cannot get away with anything these days.
And it's
somebody
so scary.
is going to find out. It don't take more than a few clicks for somebody to find out everything about you if you're present on social media.
And people even turning on you. Like, why did that ex-girlfriend have to reveal
their private messages?
Right? Like, why would you do that? Ugh. You know what I'm saying? And that's so shady. That's so shady to know that you were in a relationship with somebody and they're about to, someone that you trusted, you know what I'm saying? It's about to take all your business and put it out there. Like, that's hurtful.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you gay, you straight, whatever, it's a slap in the face. And whatever is her sexual orientation, I don't know. But
yeah, no, it's scary. It's scary to see what's happening to her, you know. And it could happen, that's what I'm saying. It could happen to anybody.
It could happen to anyone.
The moment you start to have a presence, like, people are going there. You know what? I think it might have been the Amanda Seales book where she talks about how there are some people who thrive on tearing down other people on the internet, right? I don't know what their platform used to be before we had social media. Maybe they just used to just talk mess to people's face and like I don't know how they did this before. But she was saying how like there's some people who will literally try to tear you down, and they will dig into your life just to expose you for whatever they think is just because they don't like you. You know, and then so you have to be careful if you're not like spot clean, like anything could come up.
If you're not strong mentally,
and that again,
you know, if you don't have a great support system, or because we've seen it with Shensia, and even with her mom's death, right? Like, people are coming for her about Illuminati and and that's why your mom died. I'm like, bruh, can the girl get a chance to grieve?
No.
Right? And even the one with she posted the police uniform, like, I don't even know what that was about. When she posted the picture with her in the police uniform right on the heights of the Black Lives Matter thing. You know, like, it can happen to anyone. I see where people that's selling products now, and you look in the comments and you be like, I still didn't get my order yet. Like, you'll see them commenting like, this post has nothing to do with products. It's just me out here just living my life.
They want to come on here and let people know that.
And they will come on here and let people know, I still didn't get my shoes from you yet. I still didn't get my product from you yet. But you out here flossing and looking good with your hair, but I still didn't get it yet.
That's so funny. People are really interesting.
So, you know, it can happen to anyone. And then again, like you said, you may not have started out wanting to be a scam, but even if you think of simple things like even hairstylists, right? I saw that's another whole thing that people are trolling on social media. Where,
that make me sick. I'm glad I'm not paying no hairstylist to do nothing for me right now.
You see a hairstylist, she probably had like 100 followers, and now big hairstylist, big nail artist, and now all of a sudden you need to put $50 down deposit. Don't show up with no kids. Wash your hair first. You probably need to straighten it first or blow it out first. Make sure it has conditioner. Come with this.
And you know what though? It's like if I were to reason it out, I can see why they put some of those things though, you know. It is very annoying, right? I would also be annoyed, right? If I'm about to come get my hair box braided, let's say, more commonly, right? And you're telling me that, okay, yeah, I usually would have gone with it washed. You want me to blow dry it out myself. You want me to come with all the things. And people are like, you want me to basically do half of my head for you, and I'm still paying you over $100, almost $200 to do my hair. What is your purpose? Like, you're not my homegirl that I'm going to, who is going to take their time with me. So, you know, who I'm trying to help out and speed up the process is what I'm trying to say. I'm paying you over $200. Like, what is this about?
Yeah, what am I paying for?
But if now your demand is high, right, and your time slot, you know, you don't want to waste time, right, then maybe they're thinking for efficiency purposes. If you come and your hair is ready to go, I don't have to spend time washing your hair. I don't have to spend time blow drying your hair. We can just get straight to the braiding so that I can get to my next client, one, right? Or, you know, maybe they've had experiences with people bringing their kids and tearing up their place. So don't bring your goddamn kids to my place. Like, you gotta be stopping every second to handle your kid. Right. I can't get through your hair. I mean, don't get me started on the hairdressers who got their kids running around and they gotta stop every second to handle their kids and then come back to your hair.
Or even them with the talking on the phone and whatever. And, you know, even that.
And then the down payment thing, I get, because, like, people will just cancel on you last minute. Right. You've allotted a 4-hour slot that somebody else wanted. True. And wasn't able to get. And now you just don't show up. But you will show up if you know that you're going to lose $25 to $50, though. Right? Right. You will show up, because if I tell you that this deposit is non-refundable, you know, you're going to show up for your appointment. So I get the annoyance from the customers, but I also can see how these people have to be protecting themselves. The same thing applies with nails and stuff like that. Right. You know, but I don't know if it's the delivery of it. It's the delivery sometimes.
I think it could be the delivery. Because I think we're moving away from customer service.
Yes,
I feel like we're moving away from the customer service that we grew up on, or that they raised us on, or that they taught us. There's none. Like, people are more direct. Like, you see you see their stories, you see their what they're saying to their customers, and it's just like,
do you want me to
do you want my money or not?
Like, what is this?
Do you want customers or no? Like,
because listen, I don't like people who don't read either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like people who ask me questions that's right there in the thing. I don't like people who do that either. Okay,
or that can read to figure out the answer to the question.
I am annoyed by things like that as well. However, everybody, you cannot just be answering and talking to people crazy. You know, like, just in a nice way, you can redirect me to the you know.
But then we contradict ourselves with those things, because we're in the age where we're saying that we are not taking any disrespect, and we don't have to do this, or I'm not the one, and I'm not the two, and I'm not begging, and I'm not settling, and I'm not, you know, like, we're in that age where it's
I don't know if the two are together, though.
I can see how it is. So I'm not begging you for your money.
No, it's not but are you? Well, listen. But I feel like the people who have that energy.
Why should I give you that? Why do I need to change the tone in my voice? Why do I need to change who I am because I want your business, right? Why do I need to twang a little bit and nicen up to? That's what they're also saying.
Because customer service, though.
But that's what I'm saying. That we're shying away from that, because the content that we're now putting out there now is about a change behavior that we're all changing. Especially with black women. They're changing that.
I hear you, but multi-million-dollar companies still have a customer service line that will greet you very nicely on the phone and take your concerns and questions and try to help you fix your problem. Okay? There's still, thank you for choosing so-and-so. Thank you for calling. Thank you for being a loyal customer. This is this. They still might tell you, no, I'm not refunding your money for this or whatever, but they're not talking to you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody needs to hear that. I don't know who's listening, or who's running one of them businesses where they're real fresh, they're real quick to hang up the phone, they're real quick to tell you.
Just because to be nice doesn't mean you're begging me for nothing. It don't cost you nothing to just have a nice tone. It really doesn't. I don't understand where this mentality comes from. Like, I'm not begging you for your product either. I paid you my money. Right? So all you can do is respond to me as from one normal human being to the next, and with courtesy. That doesn't take away from your self-respect and your dignity.
Yeah, I just see it in the stuff that we put out there now. Like, and then for people now, everything.
We already talked about that though.
We did.
What is on the stuff, right? The stuff is telling you to do this and that, and making you change your behavior based off of what you see on social media.
And then everything is disrespectful now, right? Like you probably talking to them, not trying to be disrespectful. Like you in all sense not being disrespectful. Okay. Talking to the business owner or whatever. Mm-hmm. But they already in the mood. They already know that you asking so many questions that they've already shut you down. Mm-hmm. They haven't even given you a chance. Like, you're over here like, but I just really wanted to know.
And sometimes, right? Sometimes for a person like me who reads thoroughly before I ask a question, I have read it thoroughly. The answer to my question is not here. Right. And now I have taken the time out of my day to have to send you an email. And you're going to act like I should have known. Then I'm like, why am I here? Why am I here?
Well, for me, I don't give anybody my business that you're going to be disrespectful to me. I know whether it's the Indian man or the Chinese man or my Jamaican person or my friend next door. Like, I'll probably go the first time and I'll probably give you a second chance. There's probably not a third time, but I won't be giving you my money.
And that's the thing, I mean, this might be controversial, but like, you see them talk about like these nail salons that, are run by the Asian community. And how, like, I mean, I haven't experienced it, but like certain communities, they're very disrespectful to their clients, especially the black clients. And there was a lot of things like that. And they're like, we're not going to take you coming into our community and talking to us crazy. The beauty supply stores, whatever, you're not going to talk to us crazy. But then when I tried to buy your stuff, you're talking to me crazy too.
You're talking to me just as crazy as other people. Crazy. So what you want me to do? You want me to still support you because you're black, so I should take your talking to me crazy versus their talking to me crazy? Like, right, make it make sense, Shine. Make it make sense.
It doesn't.
I should take your disrespect because you're black and you're Jamaican, right? Let me take your disrespect. Let me support your restaurant because you up in here, you not have this, you not have that. We're closed. We're not you're real rude to me, but I must take your disrespect because you black.
When I could have just went to Chick-fil-A.
Lord Jesus, be a friend.
Where it was their pleasure.
To serve me.
All right, I'm done. Let's not talk about
that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yes, you're right.
Now I want Chick-fil-A. Listen.
But yes, I think we made some good points there. People, if you know about these productions and how they're getting these supplies, what farmers let me know. Make it make sense. You're selling these teas, you're selling these elderberries, you're selling... Where are you getting these stuff? What farmer is making these stuff for you in such high demand? Please make it make sense to me.
And listen, it really don't cost us anybody, whether you're a business owner or not. It don't cost you nothing to just be a courteous human being. Honestly, you never really know what anybody's going through, right? So, and and maybe
be kind.
Just be kind. Like, be kind. I don't understand.
And that's a whole nother thing. Some people don't know,
but.
And Shine, back to even saying those things, I've realized that saying those words like kind and nice and respectful, it looks different to different people.
Okay.
Like what I feel looks like me being kind to you looks like something else is, I feel like I'm being respectful answering your questions when you message me, whatever. And the next person doesn't see that. So I think those things have changed too. Like everyone has their own what that looks like to them, right? So I'll see where business owners I'll see them talking to someone or messaging. Like I'll see the when they screenshot it and they'll repost or whatever, and I'm like, you were rude. You were just as rude too.
Yeah, and when they repost people like putting them on blast, I can't. I cringe for stuff like that. Oh man, all right.
It's a different world. It's these us millennials are like leading how different it should be now. Your kids are completely going to run these businesses different now because that's what we are showing. And we are not our parents. We are not our grandparents. I definitely think the shift happened with millennials. Mm-hmm. I definitely think we're the one that shifted what customer service should look like. It was us. It was us, guys, millennials. Yeah, so when you upset when your son or daughter or niece is now being disrespectful to you when you have to get your prescription filled and or anything like that, or they're the new nurse and the new doctor and you need to see these people and you're like, where would they get this behavior from? Yep, we taught it to them. Mm-hmm. We taught them. So that's that.
That's a wrap. Any final words?
No, not a thing.
What's you listening? You listening to that WAP?
I am.
Me too, girl.
I am.
And we're not even going to argue about it.
We're not
even going to talk about it.
But make sure if you believe that you have that WAP, ladies, make sure you are getting your regular pap smears. Okay, make sure you are drinking your water. Okay. And if someone, let me not get into it. Yes, make sure you are doing all of that stuff too. I saw another meme on that. I'm going to share it with you later. But yes, ladies, get your regular checkup. Mm-hmm. And men, get your checkup too. Yes. Okay? Please.
Don't be throwing off people's pH.
Don't throw off our pH.
All right. What else are you listening to? Anything else?
That's it. I don't have nothing else.
You just got WAP on repeat.
I don't know. And I like the song Mango by Savannah.
I don't know that one.
I love it like mango. Okay. Sorry.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
As always, follow us.
And coffee new songs too.
Okay.
Temperature and the other one.
Okay.
Getaway. Which I think is Coffee's coming out song, by the way. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yes,
but we still love her though, because we don't hate
don't
on.
Discriminate.
We don't discriminate. No, we don't.
Follow us on Instagram at these two girls. That's these the number 2 and girls with a U. Follow us on. What are we on? Facebook. We're on Twitter actually. If you still tweet, it's these two girls pod. Please email us any comments, any questions. Did we say we were starting the thing?
I don't know, child. And we're going live.
We're going live in next week, right? End of the month of August.
What's the date? The last Thursday of the month, 27.
Yes.
Come through.
Yeah, email us at these2girlspodcast@gmail.com. We are now on Google Podcasts. We are now on Spotify. We are on We are based on Anchor.fm, and we're still on Apple Podcasts. You'll still be able to catch us on YouTube, and there's some other smaller platforms that I can't remember the names of right now.
You still talking? You not finished?
Okay. Goodbye, guys.